I don't know if anyone asked for this or not, but what I have here with me is two high quality IEMs priced exactly at $650. One is slightly less equipped, while the other one is a bit more equipped. This one has two Sony NEST, two DD, and one BA, while the EJ07M has four EST drivers. And that EST power, man, those four EST drivers are really looking to sing. And if you let them sing, they will. Four EST drivers, two BA, and one DD. Yet, this is similarly priced as this one. And there are a couple of reasons why. This one is a slightly older EST implementation, and this one is a later EST implementation back in, I think, early 2023. This is a slightly more differently tuned IEM than the EJ07M. Both are high quality, no issues with the quality of these IEMs. Both are excellent when it comes to clarity and details, but the presentation is very different. Let's start with the wood. Wood is a very tip dependent kind of IEM, and I tried it with a couple of tips, stock tips even, and this IEM sounds very different. If I use these clear tips, soft clear tips, this sounds more bassy. Okay, it delivers more bass body, and it kind of becomes a smoother, more balanced one. Okay, and if I use this vocal tips, okay, it becomes a more vocal forward IM. So that is what the oud is. Oud is very tip dependent, and that is a good thing. I think you can change it depending upon your mind, your mood maybe, and there's a good thing. I like that. And I have the bass tips on because I like this to be a bit more bassy, because 2DD, it should be a bit more bassy than the rest. So yeah, it's a bit on the bassier side at this point of time. And if we talk about accessories, wood is clear winner. There is no questions that this case looks much better than this one, and this cable is more functionally capable and looks much better than this cable. So we have no questions back there about the set of accessories and stuff. But yes, obviously this metal case has a charm of its own, and if you want to uh, throw it at a thief or something like that, you might be able to kill it. So yeah, this is heavy, this is fairly heavy, this is metal, all metal, and this looks fantastic. Look at this beauty. This looks so good, very good looking. And yeah, obviously accessories and stuff is uh, Kinera all the way, very good quality. And if you look at the build, let's have a look at the sizes first. If we look at the size, both are very similar. You guys can see both are very similar when it comes to the size. There are no issues at all, and both are fairly comfortable inside the ear. Even though this one is slightly on the bigger side, you guys can see the body is slightly thicker to house the two DDs, but this one is lighter. This one is slightly heavier because of the metal shell, and both are fairly comfortable, no issues. This one is slightly more ergonomically designed, this one is slightly less ergonomically designed, but both are very comfortable inside the ear. No issues with comfort or anything like that. So that is a good thing about both these IEMs. And if we start talking about the bass, uh, if we start talking about the sound quality, and we start with the bass, both are decent. Okay, I will not complain about the bass on any of this. While this one is a bit more deeper, more rumblier, more uh, heavier. Wood, I'm saying wood is slightly more bassier, slightly rumblier and heavier, while this one is slightly lacking with the subs. Okay, I didn't like the fact that this one is slightly lacking with the subs, but that is okay. This one is not a bassy IEM, and it is not trying to be a bassy IEM. So that's perfectly fine, and both are very good when it comes to layered delivery and stuff. Definition and are very good. This one is slightly on the slower side. DK is slightly on the slower side, but dynamics are very good with the wood, and that is very good tuning from Kinera. The dynamics, it can hit the upper bass notes, the harder notes without much issues, and that is what makes this stand out. Even though this is on the bassier side, dynamics are very good. And if we talk about the EJ07M, 07M is decent with the dynamics, not the best, not bad at all, but yeah, the dynamics could have been slightly better. In any case, both are very good. Pick the one that you want bassy, slightly more punchier, slightly more heavier, slightly more rumblier bass, or this one slightly tighter, not very much, slightly tighter, and slightly on the less dynamic side. But both are very good. I'm not complaining about uh, bass at all. And surprisingly, this one has one BA and this one has two BA drivers working in the mid range. Both are very similar in the mid range. That is kind of surprising. Yes, this one has a bit more finishing, definition, and energy, and can feel slightly more uh, transparent than the wood. But both are fairly well textured, very well textured even. And this one is slightly more throatier. This one is slightly less throaty, but both are very good. This one is a bit more analogish, I'll have to say, slightly analogish, a bit more natural. The timber is more pleasing. This one is slightly less, but they have very similar kind of body, slightly fuller, very good texture on both, no issues. This one is slightly more textured, but yeah, very good texture, no issues there. This one is slightly more dryish, I'll have to say, but both are very similar. The difference isn't big, and if you are listening for the first time, you might feel that both are very similar. So mid range, when it comes to mid range, I'll not going to pick anything, but yeah, definitely uh, it's totally depends upon your preference. Slightly more cohesive, musical, slightly more uh, I'll say natural sounding, slightly analogish, while this one is slightly more on the accurate, more precise side. And if we move on to the treble, that is where the wood is not exactly a competition to the EJ07M. EJ07M has one of the best treble. Okay, energy, everything, extension and stuff. It is just one of the best sounding treble under $1,000. I think this one is not bad at all. This one is very good when it comes to layering and separation, and thanks to its slightly bigger stage, this one sounds a bit more cleaner. This one sounds a bit more busier, but if you can catch those notes, this is very clean and clear too. Very good air. This one is slightly better with the air, so that is kind of confusing, isn't it? This one isn't exactly the best when it comes to the energy or transparency or something like that. uh, Even the extension is slightly less when compared to the EJ07M, but the stage is a big thing. This one has a bigger stage, and that stage, that involved feeling, that cue placement, that kind of definition, the kind of accuracy it gives with the extra stage size is slightly not matched by the EJ07M. Even though EJ07M has a very good staging too, no issues with the staging or anything like that. Some people called it the atmosphere creator, but yeah, this one is slightly smaller. I tried it with the Fuo Q15, and that is a very powerful DAC amp, and even with that, this one is slightly bigger with the stage, and that is slightly this one is slightly smaller. So that is the biggest difference when it comes to sonics and stuff. This one is much cleaner. Okay, clean, clean in the treble, no issues with that. This one is not clean, but very good air, slightly more fuller kind of feeling with the treble notes. They have a bit more decay, I think. And this one sounds very pleasing, very pleasing, very calm, very composed sounding IEM. And this one is very agile. very agile and kind of rapid sounding IEM, and both are fantastic IEMs. Pick them for what they are, and you will be happy. Don't expect this one to deliver you a lot of details, very kind of agile, very technical aspect. This one is very capable, no questions about that with the technicalities even, but don't expect it to ace it. Okay, this one is a very good all-rounder, excellent all-rounder. In fact, this one is not a very good all-rounder, this one is a decent all-rounder. It will do most of your job, but you will have to be looking for a more precise and accurate sounding IM, and here you have to be looking for a slightly musical, slightly uh, fun, slightly more engaging kind of IM, cohesive kind of IM. This one is more rapid, more agile, quicker with the DK and stuff. So that is what this one is about, and this one is about the laid back kind of, slightly laid back and enjoy kind of IM. So pick whichever use is perfect for you. So this is my comparison of the EJ07M and Kinera Wood. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.